Good evening, everybody. This is Papa Scrap. Now we got that, how you say it, daylight savings time, or I'd be out here piddling when it's still daylight, but we got darkness out here. This is my little workshop. Used to be at my old location. This is what's going to be my new workshop, or part of my new workshop. But if you look, I got copper, computer stuff over here, got computer stuff here, got copper. And then my table, I've already got it covered up with stuff I'm going through. I'm trying to separate. And I'm gonna get this area, work on cleaning this area out right here, because I got a toolbox out here and I got a workbench. This is a workbench I'm gonna put in, if you can see it, big old workbench. Got me a brand new vise on it. I'm gonna take this workbench and it's going inside over in this space over here under this window, where I can hang like in the old, like my daddy used to do. He had nails. He built his wood. He had a wooden workbench, but where I can hang hooks and all up on the wall and hang stuff. Get it up, get the tools up. It's my new V4 scales. I like them little scales. They're pretty neat. But I've got to get these out of the way, get all this copper out of the way, and that one bucket of copper right there weighs 10 pounds for that little small bucket. Y'all wouldn't believe it, but that's what it weighs. So I got to get all these tools and stuff up and try to get them put somewhere out of the way, and get my little magnet over here somewhere. It's got something on the bottom of it, don't it? Look at there. Pick something up that quick. I want y'all to check this out. It says Mo Eller, Richmond Hill, New York. Look at that saw gun. Ain't that cool? I'm gonna fix it to where I can set it up outside and see if it'll pick up anything off of this end right here. I don't think it will, but still, it's a nice showpiece. That is cool. That come out of a boiler pipe. Even though it's brass, I could scrap it. Let's hope I didn't break it. But I'm not gonna scrap that. I'm going to put it up somewhere. That's a nice piece to put up. Got all these. This is old wheel off of one of my old gates. We're gonna see if we can get some of this stuff moved out of the way and make some room so I can get my toolbox in here. And once I get my toolbox in here, then I can organize, get all my tools up, move them around, and get things situated. Let's see what we can set outside. I know it might be dark out here a little bit, but I'm in and out. These are some old prints. A friend of mine used to build swings and stuff, and that's the arms and all that stuff for them. I don't know what all this is. Looks like a bunch of junk, bunch of trash. Make me a little pile right there where I can get this stuff out of here. That's one of them little old, you young timers don't remember, but us old timers do. Little old cheap socket sets. Y'all remember them, I'm sure. Little old cheap socket sets we used to get in a little tin box. Yep. Now this is an antique. That's an antique right there. Look how old that son gun is. See if I can set it up on the shelf over here. And you can see, got shrink wrap on this thing right here. That's what I used to bundle firewood on. Make the bundles of firewood for store. That's what I used to bundle it on. Yeah, buddy. Let me set this stuff right over here. Yeah, how you say it? Don't fall, Papa Scrap. Don't trip up. This right here is the straps that I get to bundle my firewood. Put on my firewood once they bundled up. This is some Christmas stuff. It's gonna be a whole lot better once I get it done. I mean, it's gonna take me a couple days. It ain't gonna happen overnight. Because when I moved, all this stuff, I brought it and stuffed it inside this building. It ain't gonna happen overnight. I mean, it might take me a little bit to just get this cleaned out where I can bring it toolbox in here. Then my next process is getting all this moved where I can go through it and this picture's ruined, but this was an old Creso plant in Spartanburg where they used to make the cross ties. That's the old Creso plant. And this is an old shelf I used to have in my trailer that I put golf balls in. I used to collect golf balls. I got them from all over the place. Even got one from off of Air Force One. So, see, this is just stuff. I don't know if this sun gun works or not. I thought about getting me a battery and seeing, but in my eyes, I just need to take it apart and scrap it. Put it right there with that stuff. Salt and pepper shaker, Pilgrims. Got them for $1.99 at Publix. Well, I think it come from Goodwill, but they were originally from Publix. See what I'm saying? This is a bunch of tools that I'm gonna have to go through. And that's trash. That can go in the trash barrel. Matter of fact, it's sitting right down there. If I stop for a minute, y'all will understand why. Just my lower back. And we'll have them kind of days. Not many of y'all know about them, but we have them kind of days. I don't know what I was in this bucket. Matter of fact, let me grab this chair right here that I just took out. What I'm trying to do is go through stuff There's a wrench. Put it right there so I can put it in. See, this is just an old plate for a this is transformer side. I don't know what. There's a little bit of wire. That's some real paper thin wire. I'll just toss it. See, stuff like this can go in the, I'll put it right there because I got a big prepared steel box out there. This stuff can go through. There's a scrape blade. Go in my tools. This piece has got some brass on the ends, and I might be able to cut this off. What I do with them? I'm looking. Might be able to cut this off and slide the sleeve off of it. I don't know. But we can try. And that right there, I'll have to cut that off with a little side grinder. Get that off. There's another piece. Put it up there on my pile. I don't know if I can slide these off this hose or not. This is put on there like them old Chinese pieces that you used to stick your finger in and it pull up tight on your fingers. It's moving this way now. It ain't coming off that end yet though. See if we can get this sun gun off of there. No, it's coming. See? It's like a braided line is what it is. But if you can get this hose out of it, I know y'all get these lines all the time because they come on washer and dryers, or you can get them. I mean, it don't take but a minute to get this out. And then you can make your pile of it. See? And that hose right there is just like nylon type deal. That's trash. Let me get the old magnet out. Let's see what it looks like. See? I would say that's probably aluminum or stainless. That'll go in a bucket, a separate bucket. Now, I always double check my wire. See that right there? That's copper coated aluminum is what it looks like, but I'll tell you in a minute. See? That's copper coated. In my eyes, that's junk. But I know where I can get more of that. So I might start me a big old, I got a tote out there. I might start carrying it in that tote. I got a trash can. Stuff to put trash in right there. There's some copper. This is a heavy, heavy piece. Some old antique handles too, ain't they? Old antique handle. I think that one's too big. What y'all think? Yep. Yep. So these will be separated. And I'll have to get the vise and all in here and take all this off. It's brass. All this is brass. Some heavy stuff too. Heavy. I'll stick it back on there so I don't lose it. What does it say on it? Price Chester, USA. Fester, P-H-I-S-T-E-R. That's some old stuff right there now. I'll end up, see now I'll take stuff like this and I'll go through it and break it down and get the copper out. There's some good #1 copper in that. Gotta take the cap off and get my little grinder and check all this stuff. I'm just looking to see what's in this bucket. See, there's some more good stuff right there. I know I seen some wire right a while ago. That's some old stuff. That's a piece of brass right there. Need to get that off. I got a bucket. Sitting here somewhere. I'll drop it in that. I'll put it right there for right now. That's a piece of aluminum. There's a wrench. I don't need it. Somebody could use that for something, but I don't need it. That goes on I'll just stick it in the bucket. That goes on there's a piece of copper, and that end's got some solder on it. So I got my copper bucket sitting right there. We'll go ahead and clip this little piece of #2 off. Let it hit the ground. Like a lot of trash in here. That's copper coated. Old bungee cord ain't no good. This old drop cord. Cord got some wire in it. What is that? That's some of that no good stuff. Switch box. Let's cut this sucker off right here. Got a bunch of little strands of copper wire. I might see if I can run that through the stripper. Get that black off of it, and then put that in a bucket by itself with other wire, other copper wire. Put this right here on the tools. Let's see what else is down through here. Some more of that old no good wire. No good. No good. Oh, that's no good. Lay it down here with this probably, and go through it. That's just a piece of junk right there, I'd say. Ain't gonna be worth the time to break it down. I got a big old bucket out there for it to go in. Is that copper or brass? What is that? That's copper. I'll throw it on top of that. There's a chisel like I need. Mike can clean that up. Use it. I'll keep it. There's a shawty extension. Don't know what it is, but it's an extension. There's another one of them little tools. Copper bus bar. I'll lay that over here so I can check it. Check it. And all this can go out there in that prepared box I got. That's copper or brass. I'll have to get them rivets out right there. Looks like copper. I'll check it, but I'll lay it right on top of that. Can't tell what that is. That'll be checked. Piece of brass. Give me a blade. Might can use it. There's the old international key. Used to be one of the keys that was in one of the trucks I used to drive. Let me throw this out here. It might get dark for a second. I don't know. We'll walk right here and dump that. I'd say that's my prepared steel. Get that out of my hand. I got to check this. See if that's brass. I think it is. Look at there. Man, y'all know what that is, don't you? That's an old school pipe cutter. Yep, I got a couple pieces of pipe I need to put in that and cut it so I can get the brass off of it. Yep. Toss it up there on that little pile. All that going up there, get checked. There's a bolt I need. I always use bolts, especially when I'm getting ready to big old Carter pin. All this is that junk stuff. All that's trash. It'll be a trash bucket. I'll set it right there and throw more trash in it. See what happens when an old man gets out here and starts going through stuff and mesmerizing about some old stuff. Yeah, that's that old cheap stuff. All right, let's look and see what else is over here. I got this bucket right here I need to clean out. Let's take a gander. Old light fixture. We'll take that apart. Little wrench. And copper. All right, give y'all a little gander what I'm working on. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Had to take care of some business. I found these. That other box I was going in had a lot of prepared steel in it. I found them. I keep these up under my workbench, old mailboxes, and when I take brass apart, I'll just throw it in here. This is just old mixed steel, nuts and bolts and stuff like that. But I got me a gallon jug, and I don't know if you can see in there or not, but I started putting all my little brass in it. All these, any kind of jug you can get that you can put stuff in is a good thing. So what I try to do is get all this small stuff. And I kind of have to look at it because I got all kind of stuff mixed in here. See? That looks like copper to me. But that's brass. I don't know how you would get that end out. I don't know if it'd screw out or not. So I don't know what's down really in there, but I need to get that out. So that'll go to the side to be disassembled in this. I got a bucket over there. This copper. Oh, bingo. Bingo. But I've got a bunch of different pieces of brass. This come out of a microwave, so I just throw it in there with that. All kind of pieces of brass, but I need to look what I'm doing right now, look and make sure it's all clean. See? Bingo. Bingo. That's brass too. I had a bunch of them I went through. Got to double check that because it's got rust all in it. I think it's steel. That's what it looks like. It is. Throw it in my steel bucket. Somebody else must throw that down in my brass bucket. That's steel too, look at that, see? You can tell the difference just by looking at it, see there? Looks like it might be brass, but it looks like steel to me. I'll double check that. I'll have to get my little, there's some copper. This is brass, I know. Had a bunch of them that I went through, separated and got the glass out and this, that, and the other. All that's brass. Yeah, I know I'm dropping it all over the floor. That's brass. That's brass. I got to double check that too. No, that's brass. Copper, copper. Uh-oh. Missed that one. Brass. Brass. All this is brass. Don't look like a lot in there, but it'll add up eventually. Y'all know what I mean. Every little bit adds up. Yeah, I know that's brass. Got to be clean. I know it's brass because I dealt with a lot of them. That's just dirt. Them things were piled up underground, laying under the dirt, and I dug them out. About a year ago, I had a bunch of that. Brass, brass, brass. She's empty. All right. Yeah, I got one piece over there. Got this in here. One more here. I think we're gonna call it a night. Go in the house where it's warm. Yep, absolutely. All right, this is Papa Scrap. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Thank you for all the blessings and for everything you do for us and keeping us safe and out of harm's way. And keep all my subscribers safe and out of harm's way. Keep them all in your hands safe. In God's name we pray. Amen. All right, with that being said,